Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Whatever time you're watching this, happy Friday to you all out there in the old interweb lands. Hope everybody's having a good week. We'll get to that. Some are having a better week than others. But let's go ahead and let's take a minute here. You know, the routine started a little early today. We're on time for that matter. We're going to share this out here. Let's get some people on. And if you jump on, let me know that you're out there. How's everybody doing? Instagram, good morning to you. Facebook, good morning to you. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead and share this. We're going to talk about kind of what happened this week. I think it was interesting. Been an interesting week, I think. Before we dive into that, I want to remind everybody that November is a month of thankfulness. And I'm thankful for all of you. But November is also National Veterans and Military Family Month, which honors and celebrates the contributions of our military community, right? We got Marine Corps birthday coming up. Was it Sunday? Marine Corps birthday on this coming Sunday. Veterans Day coming up on Monday. But I'm sure we're gonna let's go back to the Marine Corps birthday here. We're gonna get started. If you guys join us, let me know you're out there. Sunday, Marine Corps birthday, 249 years of ass kicking. So for all of my friends that were Marines, are Marines, all you leathernecks out there, happy birthday to you all. Have a safe weekend. And I'm sure we're going to see a slew of social media posts about it. So to all the Marines out there, happy birthday to you. To all veterans, Veterans Day on Monday. Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate you. What else? I'm just gonna take a minute here. Kind of early. We're gonna get this on. I know last week was daylight savings, so it's got some of the times messed up with people. But like I said, if you're on, if you jump on, leave a comment below. Let me know you're out there. What else here? All right. So yes, a lot to be thankful for, right? Maybe. Like I said, a lot of us probably more thankful than others. Today a little different, probably shorter. Get a guest on, not. All right. If you guys see this, let me know because it looks like we're having internet issues. So let me know that everything's coming in all right on your end. But I'm going to keep plugging away. We have this week, obviously big week with the election. And I'm sure we're going to get kind of shadow banned on this. Big wave, red wave came through. Kind of, are we shocked by it though? Really? And here's before we even get into the election and everything, talking about it. I want to say this real quick. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care. That is your constitutional right. If you voted, I'm happy that you exercised your constitutional right. Here's the one thing I will not I will not I don't want to say tolerate, but I want to say we're all adults we might have, I might disagree with you on who you voted for, or whether I agree or disagree, we can be friends still. I've had a couple people reach out, and it's kind of sad with some of what some of my friends have said, or people, through social media have said and whatnot. I get it. I don't if you want to dislike somebody because of who they voted for, then that's to me, that's not cool. It's I remember back in the day, you know, when I was younger, that if you disagreed with what somebody said, it was just your opinion, and you went on about your lives. You still had lunch together, you still hung out, and stuff like that. So the fact that we've become such a society that is so easily offended by what other people say, and I'm sure that's me saying that right now is going to ruffle a few feathers, but whatever, it is what it is. I don't dislike somebody because they voted for somebody else. They have their beliefs in it. I respect that. That's their opinion, and rightfully so. That being said, Facebook user, good morning to you. Instagram, I see you over there. Thank you. Um, so the election this week, huge wave of red went through, and I was kind of shocked. Out east here, there were several counties, one up by Philadelphia, that has been blue since 1986, went red this time. Um, I think people are just tired of what's going on, or what's been going on. Um, but here's the thing. That said, Trump is the president elect. He's not in office yet. He's not in office yet. Why am I saying that? There's a lot that has happened to this man over the last year. 2 assassination attempts. His name's been dragged through the mud in the courts for the last, 8 years, the last 4 years particularly. I'm not convinced that they're not going to try something. I don't know. I'm not saying that, and I'm not certainly, I hope that's not the case. It just, something doesn't sit right now. I'll kind of believe everything when when he takes office in January. But now that being said, I hope there can be a smooth transition. There's been talks already from both sides uh, about wanting it to be a smooth transition, but we'll see what happens. It's like spidey senses telling you, like, I don't really know if that's going to happen or not. One thing he has done though this week is has named Susie Wells, as the chief of staff, who she will be the first female in that position in U.S. history. So kudos to there. And I know we're getting shadow banned. So those of you, if you do jump on and you see this, leave a comment. Let me know. Instagram, what's up? Kelly, I see you over there. So I didn't pick I didn't pick a whole lot of topics this week because we got more important stuff to talk about. Marine Corps birthday on Sunday. Veterans Day on Monday, this coming Monday. We got Thanksgiving coming up. A lot to be thankful for. And more importantly, I would, now that the election's over with, can we just get back to life in general? Right? Just my just my 2 thoughts on that. What do we got coming up? I want to share this from our friends at True Patriot Outfitters. There was an event that was scheduled this weekend, but due to incoming weather and a weather advisory by the Colorado Department of Transportation, they were forced to reschedule this weekend's camping and fishing trip. Safety is their number one concern, so everything will remain the same, except the new dates are as follows: Saturday, November 16th, and Sunday, November 17th, fishing. If you're registered for this event at the Pueblo Reservoir, I got it here on the screen for all of our friends out in Colorado. If you're registered for this event, you'll have a received email with the full details. So refer to that. If you're interested in this, contact True Patriot Outfitters at gmail.com. So wanted to share that uh, with you today. Facebook user had a hard time finding your show. Well, that doesn't surprise us. We usually get shadow banned. Facebook user just says Facebook user. So if you're on there, let me know what your name is. All right. Next up, we got another event coming up. I think it's this weekend, November 9th, tomorrow, with our buddy Scotty Frazier, Vet Fest 7, and this is going to be down at Georgetown, Texas. So if you're down in Texas, in the Texas area, go check out our buddy Scotty Frazier. Going to be down in Texas, Georgetown, Texas. It's going to be from 11 to 4. His band is playing there. USMC veteran Scotty Frazier. And this is actually from our friends over at Op Veteran. You go check them out. Follow them on social media as well. Great group of folks there. And glad to see Scotty's out on the music trail again. Oh, Ken. Yeah, for some reason, brother, it's got you come up as a Facebook user. I'm not sure why. Odd. Yeah, they're on to us, Ken. That's why. What else we got? We got another event coming up here. This is for the folks in Northern Maryland and Pennsylvania area. Warriors on the Water LTD benefits. They're doing a Warriors bingo night November 22nd at Sitka. The doors open at 4:30. Games start at 6 p.m. So if you're into playing a little bingo, it's going to be a fun night. Food, beer, cider, raffle, and door prizes. Come on down. You can get more information by going to Warriors on the Water or warriorsltd.org. And I'll post the flyers and stuff like that, like I do after every show. Although I know last week I said I was going to do that, I didn't because I was on the road. So forgive me. Crazy week. What else? Let me get that off the screen there. There we go. Next up, we got Military Creator Con, Thursday, January 16th, 2025 at 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. At the Renaissance Orlando in SeaWorld. If you want to go, and this is part of PodFest. So Military Creator Con is going to be held within PodFest. If you're interested in coming out, we'll have tickets are for sale for this particular event. We'll have that up on the site here. In fact, I'm going to try to post it right now, actually. You can follow this group on social media as well. Good group of people. I'm also going to post the Eventbrite page on here as well. So if you want to come down to Orlando, Florida in January, that would be awesome. Come see us. Come see me. I will be down there. All right. What else? Nothing else. Like I said, I'm not going to get into news topics this week because this week we initially had a guest scheduled, but had to reschedule last minute. So I'm going to get into the shows here. Let's get back into the shows. And actually, before I do that, got to give a shout out to West Point Army football. You guys, I mentioned last week, it was up there for the Army Air Force game. Awesome. This week, they're down in North Texas. Games tomorrow. Check your local listings if you want to watch that game. Army is one of the only undefeated teams in college football right now. They also have the longest win streak in college football right now. So pretty exciting stuff. Want to throw that out there. Let's get into some of the shows. One of the newer shows, True Patriot Outfitters, their show called Doc Talk. This week, they sit down with two guys that know their stuff. They're talking bass fishing, all bass news and more. Also, fishing techniques for this time of year, and what you should be using on the water. You can check it out. It's called Doc Talk Podcast. Next up, we got another new show, Cadets on the Gridiron. This week, I sit down with Kanye Udo, sophomore running back who's already made a significant impact on the field. He had 158 yards rushing last week, went into the end zone twice for 2 TDs, untouched. He's only a sophomore, and this young man is he's very mature for his age. Let me put it that way. He opens up about his initial challenges he faced from adapting to a rigorous academic schedule and demanding physical training that cadets must endure. He describes kind of his daily life, balancing act required to excel both academically and athletically, and shares some strategies what has helped him. He also talks about his overall experience at West Point as he describes it as a place out of a legend. To be clear, I believe he described it as it kind of reminded him of Hogwarts, which I thought was funny. But the grand architecture, rich history that West Point carries, and the deep sense of purpose, it impacts everyone who steps on the ground. That is most certainly true, for sure. Kanye offers a rare glimpse into his future ambitions, what he wants to do, and then gives some advice to some of the younger listeners that we have that are in high school that are looking to potentially go up to West Point. Had a fantastic conversation with Kanye. Like I said, a great young man. This is a fun show. Cadets on the Gridiron. It's an inside look of West Point Army football. So check it out. Doc, what's going on, brother? I see you. Appreciate you, man. It's been a long time. We need to reconnect soon, brother. What do we got next? Next up, we got... Actually, I lied. I got to backtrack here. Nope, we're good. The strategic veteran, retired Navy pilot, and leadership coach, Walt Morgan. He's got 23 years of military service, shares his journey from Navy aviation to leadership coaching, detailing his transition from to civilian life and the dedication to veteran empowerment. This show is called The Strategic Veteran. Go check it out. It's awesome. Of course, everybody's wondering, what am I drinking? I am drinking HMG coffee. Go to hmgcoffee.com. And if you're interested in some and you want a coupon for 10% off, leave a comment below and I will send you, if you're watching the show at any point, whether it's live right now on any platform or throughout the weekend through Veterans Day, leave a comment that you want coffee and I'll send you a code for 10% off. Next up, we got Because Bikers Matter podcast. This week, Angel Whitehorse, a talented bike builder and indigenous woman from Wisconsin, my home state. I love it. The conversation begins with a heartfelt discussion about the recent hurricanes that have left multiple states in devastation, highlighting the efforts of individuals and organizations who have stepped in to provide aid where it is needed. Awesome. David and Angel then dive into her background, sharing her early experience riding motorcycles with her father and her journey into the world of bike customization. And then they get into that in a more detail. If you want to hear more about it, it's called Because Bikers Matter podcast. Go check it out. Ken, I got you. Don't forget, guys, all the shows that I'm talking about right now, these are shows that have done shows or episodes this week. You can see all of the shows that we have on HMG simply going to right there below. It says heroesmediagroup.com. Go check it out and read some of the newer articles that we have there as well. All right, next up, Homefront Sit Rep podcast. They do a couple of shows each week. They do a Sunday night show and a Monday night show. This one here, I think it was Monday night. Lou Steeling is a embodiment of an American dream. He was born in a small town of Honesdale, Pennsylvania. To first-generation immigrant parents, he learned humility, determination while raised by as the oldest boy of 9 children. Fast forward, he became a infantry platoon leader in Vietnam, being awarded a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star. He overcame a below average start at school to become a comptroller for President Reagan's missile defense program called Star Wars. While a senior fellow at the National Defense University, he wrote a confrontational book called Resource Management in Peace and War, predicting the Desert Storm War 4 years before it occurred. This was pretty interesting to listen to. You have to check this one out. It's called Homefront Sit Rep Podcast. Next up, we got Patriots Inside the Wire. This week, Tracy Two Steps and Jim McCollum, both Gold Star family members, talk with director Christopher Martini, who directed The Man You Don't Know, which offers an intimate look at Donald J. Trump. The panel will also feature Vegas political analyst Stephanie Phillips and Moms for Liberty representative Udisa Jones. This documentary came out on X last week, I believe. Check it out. It's pretty interesting. Patriots Inside the Wire. Tracy does a couple of shows each week as well, Monday night and Wednesday nights. So you check it out. Patriots Inside the Wire. Next up, we got Bump in the Road podcast this week. Jenny Potter's, her story, explanation into her, telling ourselves. I get glasses here. Shares her story from trauma to self-love. Jenny Potter is a remarkable woman who has transformed her life from one trauma and self-sabotage to one of self-love and healing. You got to ask yourself the question, how often do we sit there and look at self-perception and our self-perception? Does it influence our life's path? And this was a pretty interesting episode. Makes you think about how you look at your own life and what your perception is, and then how your perception moves you on a path. It's called Bump in the Road. Check it out. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show this week. They're discussing prepping for cold weather. My friends in Arizona, I know you guys have got some snow up there in the north. While here out east, it was 78 degrees yesterday. I don't know. I figured we would have had some snow by now. I'm glad that we don't. But I know that it's coming. Prepping for snow, cold weather. I'm sorry. Prepping for cold weather. What do you do? What should you have ready? It's called the Arms Room Show. Check it out. All right. Next up, Misfit Nation podcast. This week, host Rich LaMonica welcomes Christy Cargiglia, a passionate advocate for marriage and family. Married for 30 years. Her journey into relationship coaching sparked by her own marital struggles and her parents' divorce during her senior year of high school. I don't know if you've all experienced that. It could be trauma. And as you get older, you can look back and see what you don't want in your life and what you do want in your life. This is, again, pretty interesting. She also, Christy she talks about how she transformed her marriage by learning the 6 intimacy skills. What are they? I'm not going to share that with you. You got to listen to it. It's called Misfit Nation Podcast. Check it out. You guys got a little snow up in Prescott area. Gone now. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. I think Flagstaff got some up there too, if I wasn't mistaken. If you're watching, how many people in the U.S. right now live somewhere where there's snow or has gotten snow? Leave a comment if you've gotten snow as of November 8th. If you've gotten snow where you live, put a comment down there. Next up, Label Free Podcast. I'm going to say his name wrong, but I know who he's talking about. Mr. DeSouza, a right-wing political commentator, author, filmmaker, and convicted felon who received a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. As the nation navigates a politically charged landscape, they discuss the motivation behind his latest film, Vindicating Trump, which aims to provide fresh perspective on the former president. Denise shares his journey from Mumbai, India, to becoming a prominent voice in American conservatism, highlighting a stark polarization in today's political climate. So true. This was a great interview. Everybody needs to listen to this one. Label Free Podcast. Check it out. Next up, we got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. This Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, they are talking with an organization called Walleyes Searchers of Minnesota, and they do a lot for veterans up there in Minnesota. Walleye Searchers of Minnesota is going to be on this Sunday night. Check it out. They do a show Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I believe Monday night as well, kind of their version of a weekly wrap up. So People's Patriot Project, great organization. Check it out. Next up, I don't know why I keep looking to the left. It was right here in front of me. Other side of the firewall this week, all of the hosts, they get several hosts on this week. Ryan and his crew, they discuss their week, including Halloween celebrations, media recommendations, and personal updates. This show does a show every day, Monday through Friday. And their Friday show is kind of their roundtable, relaxed, kind of get to know them more on a personal level. The conversation then flows into highlighting some of their camaraderie, interests, engaging conversations. The speakers dive into various themes, including parenting, basketball, fandom, media consumption, personal projects, and community reflections. Check it out. It's a great show. Other side of the firewall. Next up, Pushing Back Chaos. A fan favorite has been back after a hiatus. This week, the title for this week is For We Walk in Faith, Not by Sight. Mike has a special guest on, yours truly. This week, we discuss and ask some upfront and hard questions on faith and where we stand with it. How has it changed our lives, and address conflict that exists between faith and what the world tells us to believe. I'll be honest with you guys, this isn't an easy one to listen to, and it was a little long, and we probably could have easily done another 2 or 3 hours on this particular topic. You know, we think about daily life and how hard everything can be. We look at the world as it is filled with chaos, war, confusion, and misinformation, right? Where do we go when we feel lost in all of it? Who do we talk to? Where is the truth? Why do we even exist? Are some of the questions that we asked in this episode. Faith. Here's the challenge for you guys. If you listen, those of you that listen to this, and I challenge you to listen to this episode this week, Pushing Back Chaos. What does faith mean to you? Are you walking in faith? Do you have faith? Let me know what you guys think. Pushing Back Chaos. Check it out. And Mike, thanks for having me on the show this week, man. It's a good show. I'm glad you guys are back. Next up, we got the MSEC podcast with our friends, Military Child Education Coalition. You know what's coming, guys. If you are active duty military, Guard, Reserve, or a veteran with children that are still in the home going to school, make sure you check out our friends at militarychild.org. Great organization with a ton of information and tools to help your children at home go through school. This week's podcast is with MSEC Science Advisory Board member and Director of Military Family Research Institute, Dr. Shelley McDermott Wadesworth. It's a great discussion on the importance of research in improving the lives of military and veteran families. Love this organization. We're blessed that have worked with them for so long. And I'm just over the moon excited about all the tools and resources that they have. They focus on the military child and the military family. So go check it out. This week, MSEC podcast. Next up, we got Chasing Happiness. This week, we're diving deep into the topic that resonates with everyone. Self-doubt. This week, Ryan's guest is Amy Bernstein, an accomplished author and book coach who shares her unique insights on transforming your inner critic into your greatest supporter. It's another cool episode. Check it out. Chasing Happiness. Don't forget, guys, you can check out all the shows that we have on HMG simply going to the link below, heroesmediagroup.com. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsors for 2024. My Tax Fella. If you're a small business owner, you need your taxes done, or if your personal stuff, you need taxes done, or you need your bookkeeping done or whatnot, go check out mytaxfella.com. Tell Anthony that we sent you. Great organization and blessed to be working with them for the last 9 years now. So go check them out. JB Auto Clothiers, veteran owned, bespoke suits made for you, fit to you. Forget Genetics, another great organization. It's hunting season right now in many parts of the United States. And this is the stuff that you want in your woods, attract the deer in. Forgetgenetics.com. Go check it out. Another veteran owned company. Motorcycle Safety Lawyers. As if I need to say it, if you ride motorcycles, these guys need to be on your speed dial. They get it. They take care of you. Best in the business. Motorcyclesafetylawyers.com. Go check it out. Jim Nearing's Live Bait and Tackle and Warriors on the Water LTD. Two great organizations and companies. Love them both very much. Honored to be a part of them. And then last but not least, our sister company, HMG Beverage. Go check it out. Go to hmgbeverage.com, which is also going to be getting a new facelift and website starting in 2025, first quarter of 2025, making things easier for you to order as well. Or you can go to hmgcoffee.com. Send it. I love it, brother. I'm glad you jumped on. Thank you. Guys, listen, let me remind everybody real quick, we're getting shadow banned here, and I know why. I'm not, it is what it is. We talk about things that most people don't want to hear or don't agree with, and that's fine. There attack on our freedoms. I think there's attack on our food sovereignty, which I didn't discuss today, and I'm not going to right now. We'll bring that up next week. But this week was a big week, and Trump's not in office yet, so let's stay steadfast, ready. And those of you that on the other side of the aisle that voted for Harris and Walz that didn't win, let's make a smooth transition. Again, I don't care who you voted for. I really don't. I don't care who you voted for. I've got friends that vote one way, and I got friends that vote the other. I love them. I love all of you. I really do. We're adults. It's a matter of opinions and whatnot. Let's be responsible. Let's come together and bring this country back together and unify everybody. And let's be adults about it. You don't have to agree with each other. It doesn't have to be kumbaya and shit like that. Let's come together and work together to make the country great again. Don't forget Marine Corps birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday, Marines. Veterans Day, Monday. To all my fellow brothers and sisters, that have gone before me, with me, and that are going right now and after me. Happy Veterans Day to you all. I love you all. Thank you for everything that you do. This weekend, make sure you shut the TV off, shut your computer off, get off your cell phones, get out in nature, go do something fun with your loved ones this weekend. God bless you. God bless America. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.